Hello, welcome to Unit 9, Lesson 1 with Professor Blackman. Today we're going to be talking about the composition of functions and their domains. All right, so with a composition of function, you have this thing that looks like FOG or fog. But what that really means is the function of g of x. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take g of x and you're going to plug that in to the f function in replace of x. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we have f of g of -1. So looking at this, you're going to see it as the function of g of -1. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug -1 into g. Once we get that, whatever value we get, we're going to plug that into f. So g of -1 is -1 squared minus 2 times -1 minus 6. So that is 1 plus 2 minus 6, which is 3 minus 6, which is -3. So now this is f of -3, which is 3 times -3 plus 1, which is -9 plus 1, which is -8. All right, so now our next example here is g of f of 1. So we're going to first start out with f of 1, which is 3 times 1 plus 1. 3 plus 1 gives you 4. So then g, plugging in now f of 1, which is now 4, will give us 4 squared minus 2 times 4 minus 6. So that is 16 minus 8 minus 6. 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next example. All right, so here we're going to take g of x and plug into f of x. So we have f of 4x minus 3, because that's what g of x is. So that becomes 4x minus 3 all squared minus 3, because this is your x squared minus 3. All right, let's go ahead and just do that work on the side. So 4x minus 3 times 4x minus 3. Distributive property, you get 16x squared minus 12x. Inside, outside, inside and last, you get minus 12x plus 9. So that's 16x squared minus 24x plus 9. So 16x squared minus 24x plus 9, and then minus this 3 would give you plus 6. All right, and then we're asked for the domain of this composition. Well, this is a quadratic equation right here. So the domain is all real numbers. Or if you're asked to put that in interval notation, you would say negative infinity to infinity, depending on which you're asked for. All right, let's look at the next one. So this is g of f of x, and f of x is your x squared minus 3. So this is 4 times your x, which is x squared minus 3, minus 3. And that gives you 4x squared, and then 4 times -3, which is -12, minus 3, -15. Again, this is also quadratic, so it's going to have the same domain as the one in A. All real numbers, or negative infinity to infinity. if you're asked for interval notation. All right, let's look at the next example. All right, so here we have a square root and a quadratic, and here we're asked to do f of g of x. So that's f of g of x, which is x squared minus 5. And so that would be x squared minus 5 and then plus 5, because all this is your x. And this gives you the square root of x squared, because the negative 5 and plus 5 will cancel out. And the square root of x squared is x. Now, x itself has no restriction along its domain, but f of x has that restriction of when you take a square root, you set it greater than or equal to 0, and you get x is greater than or equal to negative 5. And so because this f of x has a restriction, the composition will also have that restriction. So that is your domain. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next example. So here we're going to start with g of f of x, which is f of x is the square root of x plus 5. Plug that in to our x squared minus 5. Squaring a square root cancels out, so you get x plus 5 minus 5, which is just x. And again, this has no restrictions on its domain, but since f of x does, it will have the same domain as the original function f of x. So your domain is x needs to be greater than or equal to negative 5. All right, here is our last set of examples for today. We're going to plug these in, same as we did previously. So f of g of x, which is the square root of 3 minus x. And that is going to give us our x squared plus 2. And this is square root of 3 minus x. And so that gives us 3 minus x plus 2, which would be 1 minus x. Now this is linear, so it has no restrictions, but when we look at the parent function here, which was that square root of 3 minus x that we started out with, and when we set that greater than or equal to 0, negative x greater than or equal to negative 3, x less than or equal to 3. Remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality symbol will switch. And so that is our domain here. X needs to be less than or equal to 3. All right, let's start on this next one. So we have g of f of x, which is x squared plus 2, which is going to give us 3 minus x squared plus 2, which will be a negative x squared, and 3 minus 2 would give you a plus 1. All right, now let's find its domain. So this has to be greater than or equal to 1. So negative x squared plus 1 needs to stay greater than or equal to 0. Negative x squared greater than equal to negative 1, x squared less than or equal to 1, square root, plus or minus, x plus or minus 1. So we need to figure out where on a number line this stays positive or greater than 1. But we have these points 1 and negative 1. So 0, -1, 1. So pick something over here. Let's say -2. If you put in -2 here, -2 squared is 4. -4 plus 1 gives you -3. So that's not a good spot. We know if we pick -1 and 1, those will both be 0. Pick something out here, say 2, and again you get -3. This is not generating a square root that is positive. If we pick something in the middle, say 0, 0 plus 1, that gives us a positive number. So there we go. Something between here and here will give us all the values of the domain that keep it positive. Now, our early restriction that we had with the functions we started with, it said it had to be less than or equal to 3. So this is definitely less than or equal to 3, but this is more restrictive. So we're going to say our domain for this composition of functions is from -1 to 1 inclusive. All right. That's all I have for you today. Happy studying.